And we are live and right on the button today. Bang on 7:30 p.m. I'll just let a few of you guys join in. Give it a minute or so. Okay, so we have 5 people in here. Everybody make yourself aware, say hello. Let's get this thing up and running. Now we have 20 people in here now. Yes, and we are, there we go. Just got the notification. That means we are fully live. If all of you guys could just do me a quick favor, just give this live stream a thumbs up, hit the like button. That'll help me out. It'll just help get the live stream pushed out to a broader audience. And yeah, I'll get more of you guys in. So I'm actually going to go ahead and do it myself. So I think you guys can do the same as well, can't you? Let's give this live stream a like. There we go. If we can all give this live stream a thumbs up, that'd be greatly appreciated. And I can see we have 21 of you guys in here now, so I'm going to start in reading a few of you guys' comments. But yeah, in the meantime, if you have joined and you are watching live, please leave a comment. You know, just say hello, what's up, whatever. Just let me know you're in here. And good thing about using this platform as well, StreamYard, it means I can actually display the comments on the live stream. So it's a nice little feature. So for example, I can do this. Mickey Ball, hey. I'm the annoying Facebook guy. No, it's all good, man. How you doing? Patron Kawani Bassi. Sorry, man. I have no idea what that means. Ivan, hello to you. Simon Peters, like the trash. What trash is that? Have I got some like trash behind me? I don't know. Jaydev Patel, hello to you. Mickey, is it Mickey or Mikey? I don't know. I want to say Mickey. I feel so international watching European vids. Yeah, it's all good. So we have 25 in here now. Janos or Janos Varga. Hey there, hello to you. David, good evening. I meant Tash, spell check. Yeah. Yeah, I just haven't had a shave. A few people have actually asked me about that. I just haven't had a shave for a good few days. I was actually considering growing it out a bit though. I don't know like how long, but I don't know. I kind of like the more rough and ready look. Mickey Mouse. Okay, yeah, so it's Mickey. That makes sense. Burza, hello. How you doing, man? You got some background noise that sounds like a beach. Mickey, that's probably my fan. That's probably this thing. Yeah, sorry about that. Let me actually point it away from the microphone. Is that any better? Yeah, I probably should have adjusted that before I started. Because I guess, yeah, it was kind of literally just like air literally just blown straight into the microphone. If you don't know, I'm using like a microphone with a pop shield. But yeah, I apologize about that. Can you hear me nice and clear, by the way? I think this microphone's pretty decent. I know the I know the video isn't the best quality. It's only like 720p. It's just a little crappy webcam. I do want to upgrade to something, you know, half decent in the near future. But yeah, let me know if you can see me and hear me all right. Amadus, hi George, I'm a subscriber, love the videos. Hi from Donegal. Donegal, is that in Ireland? I want to say that's in Ireland, but I'm not sure. Mickey Ball, grow the beard. I don't know. I have to ask the girlfriend about that. Simon Peters, yeah, I'm with you. Zabolks. Sorry, I've absolutely just butchered your name. Sorry about that. Hello to you anyway. Carlos, hello from Azores Islands. Where is Azores Islands? Hear you just fine. Good stuff. Robertio Nelson, how you doing, man? Mickey Ball, you have an E60 question. Will you be replacing all the ball joints and bushing soon? So obviously I've done, you know, a little bit. You know, I've done the rear subframe, the main 4 bushes. I've done the trailing arm bushes. I've done the rear toe adjustment arms. I've done the what else I've done? I've done the track rods and track rod ends. But everything's good. Like, you know, everything's still, you know, pretty solid as far as bushings is concerned. You know, obviously, if anything does fail, then I will go and change it. But I'm not really feeling like replacing things before they, you know, really need to at the moment. Because, yeah, I'm just like so busy with a load of other things. So, yeah, I'll probably at some point, you know, because rubber bushes, they don't last forever. But I'll do them when they need doing, in all honesty. No problem, Sobby. Sorry if I butchered that again. Daniel Johnson, I'm only here to see my name on my TV. Hello, Daniel. Here's your 10 seconds of fame. That's pretty cool, actually. Portugal, Azores. Oh, okay, nice. It's a Portuguese island. Wayne Hammond, how you doing? So yeah, I guess I should actually kind of explain why I've went on to, you know, decide to do this live stream tonight. Now I do like to do a live stream every once in a while, around every once a month. You know, I was considering doing one every 2 weeks, but I just think that's like a waste of time. I think doing one a month is a good, you know, it's kind of like a good schedule for live streams. It just allows me to update you guys with any, you know, major changes with the channel, and it allows me to talk more personally, you know, on a one-to-one basis with, you know, all of you guys watching. I know obviously you can comment, I can respond to comments, you guys can email me, I can respond to an email, but I like the instant interaction with a live stream. So I hope you guys enjoy the live streams as well. And yeah, today there is a few things that I want to talk about. Some good things and some potentially bad things that some people may or may not like. So yeah, so we're going to get on to some little things in a bit, but we'll get into a few more of these comments at the moment. JRC, hey up, how you doing? The Savage Garage, what's important about this live stream? Guys, do me a quick favor. If you guys watch the Savage Garage, if you watch James, leave a comment now in this live stream. Yeah, it's quite a big YouTuber in the UK. I know obviously we have some international viewers here, but yeah, Savage Garage, brilliant channel. Go check it out if you haven't already. And yeah, you'll find some interesting things over there. Mickey Ball, do you V? Do I V what? Simon Peters, yeah, could have done with a window regulator video. Rear driver's side, a bit of a job, to be honest. Hull has to be stripped and window taken out. Yeah, Simon, I've actually done that job, but not because it needed doing. Essentially, my old BMW E60, I like stripped down the entire car and sold it as parts. So yeah, I've taken the window regulators out. I took the windows out and absolutely everything, because I sold everything like pretty much bare. So yeah, if I'm guessing you've already bought the window regulator, but if you haven't already, then I'm sure I've got some spare. So just, you know, let me know. You can have it for like dirt cheap. But yeah, I guess you said could have done with the window regulator video, but yeah, I guess you've already done it. So yeah, if you need any more, then I've probably got one, because yeah, I'm sure I've still got all 4 of them. Oops. Do you have a preference of brake pads and rotors? Mickey Ball, I don't really have a preference as such. I really think it's kind of overhyped, you know, certain companies when it comes to you know, brake pads and brake discs. You know, for many years, a lot of people said that Brembo, they were like the holy grail of, you know, braking systems. But, you know, I really don't know if that's the case, to be honest. Now, I have actually just done a brake job on my 1 Series, on the 130i, and I installed some Kinetics discs and some Techstar brake pads, and they are absolutely amazing. Now, I mean, I have actually made a whole video installing the brakes and everything, so you'll see it in more detail. But honestly, yeah, those two, you know, those discs and them pads are absolutely amazing. So yeah, if you are looking for some, you know, brake discs and brake pads, I'd consider sticking around and watching that video. But yeah, they look pretty cool as well. But yeah, Kinetics, brake discs, and Techstar pads. That's what I've got on my BMW 1 Series. What I've got on my E60 is what have I got? M-Tech. Like you probably would have already saw the video of me changing the brakes on the E60. But yeah, I've just got M-Tech discs and pads on there, and they're holding up, you know, fine, to be honest. Never had any issues with them. You know, stop very well, and yeah, they are very, very good, especially for the money as well. Jason, hi George, hope you're keeping well, mate. Yes, I am. Hope you're doing well as well. How you doing? Hardy, great channel, George. Only one that has solid info and repairs on the N47. Taking loads of your advice and don't sell the 5 Series. Hardy, I have some good news. Well, I may have 2 pieces of good news. One is that I don't plan on selling the 5 Series anytime soon. You know, I've pretty much sorted the entire car. Like, I've done all the common problems on it. I'm sure we'll get some, you know, small minor issues here and there, but I've pretty much sorted the main things on it. So I have no intentions of selling it. You know, it should be a very reliable car now. It's very comfortable. And yeah, it should serve me well. So I have no intentions of selling it. But you mentioned about the N47 videos, and I have some good news, and it's part of the announcement that I kind of want to make today. And that is, I'm just going to have a little drink break. That is that I plan on making more N47 videos. So I know a whole bunch of you guys, you know, pretty much the only reason why you watch my channel is for the N47 content. And that's pretty obvious to see, because when I upload N47 videos, it gets a whole bunch more views. When I upload, say, an N52 video or a 1 Series video, it doesn't get as many views. So I know a majority of you guys have subscribed to me for the N47 stuff. So I do have some good news for you guys. There will be plenty more N47 videos to come. And yeah, I hope you guys are looking forward to it. I've kind of changed my way in thinking. And yeah, I actually realized there's a lot more videos to make on that engine. There's, you know, potentially more repairs that I'm going to need to do. but there's also a lot of talking, explaining videos, things to do, things not to do, things like that. So yeah, a lot more videos to come on that engine. But that's not to say that, you know, there's not going to be any more on the N52. There's still going to be a lot more on the N52. So if you are, you know, if you're watching my videos for the N47 or the N52 stuff, then you're probably, you know, still going to be pleased, because yeah, I have a lot more videos to come on both engines, and I have a lot more videos to come on both chassis. So if you have the 1 Series or if you have the E65 series, you know, there's going to be plenty more to come on the way. And yeah, somebody actually asked me the other day, you know, don't you run out of ideas? You know, don't you run out of things that you can film? And the answer to that is like, no. There's so many different video topics that you can do, so many different things you can talk about. And like, I honestly have wrote down on my phone in my notepads like 100 different video ideas. So yeah, we're not running short for videos, and I'm sure we've got some big videos in the pipeline. So stay tuned. That's all I'm saying. Simon, I've got one and fit it. Thanks to will do. No worries, Simon. Man, you're really genuine and helpful. I wish you had a chance to make more videos, but I'm not wishing your car breaking down. I appreciate that, Mickey. I like the N52 videos, but that's because I have an N52 E60. So, Mickey, yeah, my video should be perfect for you then. So, I cover E60 and I cover N52. So, yeah, I cover both situations, really. Ronaldo, hello to you. Ant Book or Bush, what's the important thing? I've kind of mentioned a little bit of what I wanted to get onto, but I also have another announcement, which I'll probably get into in the second half of the live stream. So if you are interested to hear what is coming, you know, pretty big to the channel in the next couple of months or so, then do stick around, because yeah, do have some exciting news, which is not what I mentioned earlier on. Luke McGuire, hi mate, I have the 520D and have an issue, can't resolve it. On start up, the engine judders, and then if I don't give it gas, it will shut down. Luke, I'm actually not going to answer that question right now, not on the live stream. Reason being, that is a question that is going to take some you know, diagnosing. It's going to take a lot of questions back and forth, and it's kind of like the typical question that I get emailed to me. And yeah, I kind of want to make a point now, and it'd be a relevant you know, time to do so. And that is, you know, if you are messaging me, if you are emailing me, you know, asking for help, please understand that you will need to pay for that help. You will need to pay for me to sit down and spend the time to help, you know, help you fix your car at the end of the day, because, you know, I'm a very, very busy person. Obviously, I do YouTube. I work outside of YouTube as well. You know, I value my time a lot. So I hope you guys can appreciate that. And, you know, I hope you guys understand exactly where I'm coming from. You know, I don't mean it in a bad way. You know, I do want to help you guys, but realize that, you know, I just can't, you know, give my time away for free. It's just the same as anybody else in, you know, any other field of work, really. But yeah, if you do contact me, I will say, you know, I can definitely help you out. But, you know, I would appreciate it if you can send a donation to the channel. Because, you know, like I keep saying, it's a two-way thing. You know, I don't mind helping you out. I don't mind making the videos. I don't mind, you know, helping you guys save money. But then you also need to give back to the channel, because, you know, without things like donations, without you guys, you know, showing your support, we can't continue to make, you know, these good videos that, you know, require a lot of money to do, because, you know, you might kind of be under an illusion, but yeah, like doing YouTube, you don't earn as nowhere near as much money as what you would expect, at least when you're a very small channel like myself as well. But yeah, if any of you guys do want to show your support, an easy way to do it, like if you wanted to do it right now, would literally just to click the super chat button underneath the chat. Underneath the chat on this live stream right here. If you just click the dollar button, you click that, you may have to, fill out your details or whatever. It's all completely safe. Don't worry. It's like regulated by Google and YouTube. Just fill out your details and then you can send a little donation to the channel. Some people do it. Some people, we've had people send, £2, £5, £10, £20, £50, like whatever you want to give back to the channel, just to show your support. That's all I ask. Because yeah, if you guys, are gaining as much knowledge and as much help from the videos as you guys say, then I think it's only fair to give back and show your support in return, really. And a good thing about that is, if you do want to donate while you are in this live stream, is it will come up on the live stream. Obviously, I'll click on your comments, it will show, and then the live stream will be on my channel forever. So you'll be able to see that forever. I won't take the live stream down, and yeah, it's like a little piece in history, I guess. But yeah, we'll get back to a few of your comments. So sorry, I kind of went off on a little tangent then, but yeah, I have to kind of explain things and try to do it as best as possible. Ant Book, all right, mate, just tuned. That's why I was asking. I'll stick around. Good stuff. Real Talk. Hey, man, love your videos. Helped me out a few times. Glad you're still doing N47 videos. Good stuff. Yeah, I got plenty N47 videos to come. So just stay tuned for that. Simon Peters, I've sent £15 for the E60. Simon, I'm guessing you mean on PayPal? I'm sure you always send a donation on PayPal. I can't check right now, but Simon, if you have, you are a legend. Thank you, man. Yeah, it's people like yourself that really just keeps the channel running, to be honest. Luke McGuire, can it be any amount of a donation? Yeah, I mean, I really don't like to put a figure on, how much people should donate, because at the end of the day, it's a donation. It's kind of up to you. But, some people send, £10, some people send 20, some people send 50. It's whatever you can, afford to donate, and it's whatever you think is worth donating, because, how much value are you going to gain from me, sitting down and spending some time with you, and how much would you expect me to essentially work for that amount of time? So, if what you are asking me is going to require, an hour's worth of work, then you have to think, I need to kind of give this guy, an hour's worth of pay, essentially. But yeah, it's kind of, like I said, it's kind of up to you. But, do not try to insult me by like sending 20p or something, because yeah, you have to be respectful both ways. And yeah, if you want to support the channel, then I will always try and help you out in return. Like Simon, Simon has sent a donation. I'm pretty sure he donates on like every live stream. Simon knows if he needs anything, he can always come to me, and I'll always take the time and help him out. But yeah, there's a few of you guys out there who do that, and I have, plenty of time for you guys. The people that I don't really have the time for is the people that just tried to pull a fast one. I have a lot of people just coming on my videos. I've never seen them comment before. They just come on my videos and ask a question that's completely not related to the video, in the hope that I'll help them for free, and then they'll just, run away, never to be seen again. And yeah, I want, people on this channel who are gonna help support and run the channel, and like I said, I'll be supporting them in return as well. Hardeep, George, do you do Patreon? Good way to show this, good way to support the channel, and worth every penny. Hardeep, that is a very good question. Yes, I do have a Patreon, and I'm just going to leave it in the comments now in the chat. It is just patreon.com. Is it .com or .co.uk? We'll soon find out. .com/George Austers. I have a feeling it's .co.uk, but we'll soon find out. No, it is .com. Yeah, it's just patreon.com/George Austers. I'll leave it in the live chat now, and I'll put it up on screen. If you do want to join the Patreon, we have a couple of you guys over there. If you do want to join it, go ahead and show your support over there. And yeah, that's just another way to give back to the channel, really. In the future, I would like to do like something cool over there as well. I would like to like maybe do a giveaway or something. I'm thinking, like, say when I get my next car for the channel, I'm thinking like maybe to give it away to a viewer. I think that'd be pretty cool. Obviously buy it, repair it, do whatever I need to do to it, make all the videos, and then just like literally just give it away. I think that'd be a nice thing to do, especially if somebody actually really needs a car as well. I think that would be, a cool thing to do. Patron, Kawani has. Sorry, man. I'm not sure if you, if you are saying an acronym or if you are speaking another language. But if you can understand me, then I'm sorry, I can't speak that language. Simon, yeah, PayPal. I appreciate it, Simon. You're a top man. Dubshop 40. Hi, George from Wales. How's it going? Leon Curtis. Hey, man, I love your videos, and I just got a 320D N47, and I have the same wheels as your 520D, but I wanted to know, how can I spot if they are fake? If they are fake, then they should not have the BMW badge stamped on the rear of the wheel, on one of the rear spokes. Yeah, you shouldn't have the markings on them. They're more prone to cracking as well when they're fake. With that being said, mine are genuine and one of mine is cracked. But yeah, when they're fake, they're generally all four of them crack. Luke, your videos are great, mate. Just having issues with my car, and I don't know where to go next. Keep up the good work. Luke, like I said, I don't mind helping you. I don't mind spending some time helping you. Send me an email, send a donation to the channel, and yeah, I'll gladly help you. Yeah, I've got no problems with that. Another question. I don't know if these questions are coming in a bit delayed or what, but I seem to get like a whole bunch of them, then nothing for a few minutes, and then like more questions. Simon asks, what plans you got for the E60? Okay. So for the E60, there's not really many issues with it at the moment. Like, the only thing that I can realistically think of is the clunk that I still have when, I engage the clutch. I'm kind of, thinking 95% now it is the rear diff. Like, I think the rear diff needs rebuilding. Now, whether or not it's worth trying to do myself, or whether or not, just best just to get a specialist to refurbish it or not, and then I'll just refit it or whatever, then that'll probably be the easier thing to do. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like, I could do with the rear diff rebuild, you know, new bearings and everything, and then, you know, I think the car would be very solid then. But that's really the only thing that I can think of that needs repairing. But in terms of like modifications, I'd maybe like to get some sort of downpipe. You know, maybe like a you know, a decap downpipe or something. But yeah, nothing really too crazy. I kind of think it's like a nice looking car from factory. I don't really think it's you know, needs too many things changing with it. Obviously, you know, I could do with I could probably do with a full respray, to be honest. You know, my front bonnet has a lot of stone chips. Front bumper's pretty scuffed. My rear bumper has a lot of scratches and things like that on it. But, you know, then again, it's a 12-year-old car. It's a daily driver. You know, you can go on and on and on and on, but realistically, you have to think, is it worth it? So, you know, I don't think I'd really pay to get my bumpers, you know, resprayed, or, you know, even buy new ones, because you might end up in the same situation like a month or two later. You know, you might go and you know, scuff it on a curb or whatever. So yeah, I don't really think I'm going to do, you know, anything too crazy. Just try and maintain it, really. Just maintain it, keep everything working on it, you know, because at the moment, as it stands, there's no issues with the car. There's no errors, you know, on ISTA. So, you know, every one of my modules are completely green. There's no error codes in it at all. No errors whatsoever. Simon, or buy a new one. Yeah, or buy a new diff. Yeah, that's ridiculous money. I mean, you're talking what, over £1,000 for a rear diff. Do an LSD. Yeah, I mean, that is one option, but because it's only a 520D, it's, you know, I don't think I really need an LSD on it. I mean, in the 130i, I can maybe do an LSD. You know, because potentially that may become a little bit of a track car. I don't really know at this point. But yeah, I think LSD may or may not be on the cards for the 130i, but for the 520D, I really don't think it's the greatest. Can you clear the check engine if you remove the caps? If you have a diesel, you shouldn't really get a check engine light if you remove the catalytic converter. If you do, then you may need to code out like one of the O2 sensors. But yeah, you don't usually have any issues with engine management light on a diesel. On a petrol, on a gasoline engine car, you probably will. Like I said, you probably need to code out an O2 sensor, but you may run into some issues when it comes to inspection. Second hand, really. Oh, you mean for a diff? Funnily enough, I actually have a spare diff, and you know, I was kind of considering putting that, but then I think if I'm going to go through all the work, you know, all the labor of you know, removing the existing diff, do I really want to go and then put a diff on that's covered 130,000 miles? Because obviously that's from my old E60. And then I might just, you know, be in the same boat like a few miles later. So I think if I was to remove the diff, I'd just then get it rebuilt. I don't think I would actually, you know, I don't think I would, you know, bother putting a second-hand one on. I don't really like using second-hand parts, really, especially when they are parts that can wear. Dub Shop, do you run your cars on 5W30 or 5W40 as the mileage increases? Interested to hear your thoughts. Dub Shop, I run both of my cars on 5W30, what they are recommended from factory. A lot of people go to 5W40. I've never had any issues sticking with the, you know, regular factory 5W30. You know, neither of my cars string coil, so I just, you know, stick with the 5W30. It's recommended, so that's what I like to use. As long as it's obviously LL04, you should be good to go. Liam Donnelly asks, how's it going, George? Do you know how to get the beep to sound when you lock and unlock on E60? Liam, do you have iDrive? Wait, you have an E60? Of course you have iDrive. Liam, you need to go to the settings and then go to, and I don't know if, it may be slightly different on the CCC, but on the CIC, essentially you go to the settings. Damn, it is hard talking for half an hour straight. I'm gonna need like a whole gallon of water or something. But yeah, basically you go to the settings, then you go to the, I think it's door locks, and then you should have an option for acoustic locking sound or something. Yes, essentially you just enable that. If you don't have the option, then you do need to code it in. But yeah, that's how you would do it if you do have the option. It's not really something that I tend to use because, you know, it's quite loud, and, you know, because I, you know, sometimes drive at night and things like that, it's, you know, it's probably not best when you are trying to unlock or lock your car late at night, and you know, you're going to end up waking up half the street because, like I said, it is quite a loud chirp. So yeah, it's more of a gimmick, to be honest. It's good, like if you know, if you're in a crowded car park or something, or you've gone to, say, Disneyland for the day, that's when it's good, because you can stand a good distance away, like do the old, you know, put the key to your head to get extended range, and and then unlock it, and you should be able to hear where it's coming from. I'm going to need to get another drink in a sec. So I see a few of you guys now, you know, starting to ask more specific questions, you know, BMW questions. If you want me to answer them, I'd appreciate it if you could show some support and, you know, send a super chat. There is a little $sign underneath the live stream chat. You go ahead and click that, just send a small little donation. You know, I'd appreciate that. It's a way that you guys can show your support. And yeah, I'll be happy to answer your questions then. But what I don't want is people just coming on here, you know, asking a question, getting that question answered, and then just like running away. Like I said, you know, I'm really not here for that. You know, I'm not here to help them people. I don't mind helping the people that show the support in return, but I'm not here to, you know, sit here all day and help you for free. That's really not what I'm about. You know, obviously I am here to help you. But, you know, you guys need to show, you know, help in return and support the channel, because we want to take this channel to, you know, the next level and, you know, progress and grow it. So I can only do that with the resources and the means to make more videos. Simon asks, yeah, I see what you're saying. Have a go yourself. We'll make some good content. That was regarding the diff, wasn't it? Yeah. I mean, rebuilding the diff, like, because I don't think there's not like a strict rebuild kit. Because it's a very, very specialist, you know, it's a very specialist item. It's not like you can just go to Euro Car Parts and go, get me a 520D diff rebuild kit. Like, they don't sell it. You have to like buy the bearings individual, then you have to buy like the seals individually, and I don't really know like places that would stock them. And obviously it is a very specialist thing. Like it's, I would say it's more kind of in depth than doing the timing chain. I know that sounds ridiculous because I have to take the engine out and that, but like when I did the timing chain, they were all uniform parts. They had part numbers, and obviously, you know, it's pretty self-explanatory how to do it, sort of thing. But when it comes to diff, I don't know. I don't know if it'd be worth trying to do it myself or not. Carl Tully, what make of oil is recommended on the 5W30? And guys, Carl actually sent a donation earlier on. So Carl, thank you to you. I appreciate that. You obviously have a little issue concerning your crankshaft pulley. So we'll try and get that resolved as well. But when it comes to oil, there's really no brands that I recommend. You know, I don't recommend one brand over another. Really what it comes down to is the grade of the oil and the specification of the oil. So if your engine calls for, you know, 5W30, LL, long life 04, that's what oil you put in. It doesn't really matter, you know, what brand, whether it's whether it's Castrol, you know, Mobil One, Manol, like what I use. It really doesn't matter. It's the grade and the specification that really matters. Because what you'll find is there's really not much difference between these companies. You know, at the end of the day, these companies, they majority of them do not make the oil themselves. They just buy it from a bigger company and then just rebrand it in their own bottles. So as long as you get the correct grade, correct specification, you should be good to go. Now, before I die on you guys, I'm actually going to go downstairs, grab a quick drink, and I'll be back. I will probably be less than 1 minute. So I know a few of you guys have some questions built up, so we'll get on to them. But like I said, you know, if you do want your specific questions answered, I'd appreciate it if you can, you know, send a super chat. Like I said, there is a little dollar button below the live stream chat. Click that, you know, send a little donation to the channel. It helps out massively. Anything that comes to the channel, anything that I earn from ad revenue, super chats, PayPal donations, Patreon, literally all goes straight back into the channel. You know, obviously this year we bought the BMW 130i. You know, from the whole amount of money that I've earned this year on YouTube, hasn't even paid for that car. So yeah, truly everything that, you know, comes in to the channel, everything that I earn through the channel, literally goes straight back into it. So if you do want to support, if you want more videos to come, send a little super chat. And like I said, before I die, I'm going to go get a drink. So don't move anywhere. I'll be quick. And we're back in the room. Like literally back in the room. Okay. And yeah, we'll get back to some of you guys' questions, and then we'll actually get on to something else as well. The probably one of the biggest things that I wanted to get into today. So I'll try and pick up where I left, and that was with Dub Shop 40. Yes, I've always used 5W30 with no problems in my BMWs. Yeah, exactly the same. Leon Curtis, when I start my N47, I have a ticking noise, and after 5 minutes of warming up, it disappears. What could the problem be? Leon, like I said, I have no issue answering questions like that. But honestly, if you respect me, if you value my content, just send a small super chat. That's all I ask. Dub Shop 40, my old 520i E39 is still running strong at 270k. Yeah, them old E39s, they are solid as a rock. A newer 520i, I wouldn't say is solid as a rock. N43, N46, terrible engines. But yeah, the old E39s, they are solid cars. I suspect it is the timer chain. Should I replace it as soon as possible, or can I get some more miles out of it? Like I said, Leon, if you want my help, send a donation or a super chat, then I'll be happy to help. Carl, I've got OBD2 reader coming tomorrow and Bimmer Code app downloaded ready. Time to have a play tomorrow. Carl, good luck. Have some fun with it, but just be very careful. Make sure everything you're doing is saved. Make sure you have a backup copy of your modules, and yeah, just take your time with it. Okay. CNT, what do you think? E92 320D M47 or 325i 3-litre petrol N53? It depends. N53 is like a solid engine, but it's essentially the N52, just the newer version. So it has the direct injection. So they do have more issues, with the injectors. But it's a relatively problem-free engine. Obviously, N47 we know has its issues, but once you fix those issues, it can be a very, very reliable and very efficient engine. So you kind of have to, weigh up what you need the car for. If you're going to be doing mega miles, then you probably are going to want, an economical diesel. If you're just doing, short trips around town, often probably going to be better off with the, with the N53. So it kind of depends on what your situation is, really. Send the love to the site. Yeah, I don't know what that means. Sorry. Jairus, have you ever changed the high pressure fuel pump from an N47 engine? Jairus, I've never changed one. No, I've pretty much removed one. Like when I did my N47 timing chain, I basically loosened it off and then just refitted it. Because when you to remove the high pressure fuel pump sprocket, there's two ways to do it. If you have the tool, which I did actually have the tool, then you just use the tool to wind it out, sort of thing. But if you don't have the tool, then you can just do what I done and just hit the high pressure fuel pump off the sprocket with a hammer, and with a rubber mallet or whatever, and that's one way to remove it. But yeah, I've never really replaced it. I'd imagine it's a bit of a hassle, especially with the intake manifold in place. I don't think you'd do it with the intake manifold on. And then you've got like the glow plug module bolted onto the bracket next to it. So yeah, probably be a bit of a hassle, but yeah, it's manageable. I use Castrol Magnatec in the E39, but now use Miller's. Yeah, I've heard good things about Miller's, to be honest. But again, you know, it's really going to be that much difference between brands. You know, I've seen people choose brands over the grade and the specification before. I've seen people be like, oh no, but because it's Shell, you know, doesn't really matter if it's LL04. So it's complete nonsense. Carl Tolley, cheers, Dub Shop. Northern Summer, I love your channel, George, and find your attitude more user-friendly and less patronizing than other brands. I appreciate that, man. Jason Genova loves this channel. Okay, then. So we are going to now move on to the kind of exciting potential news that we have coming to the channel over the next few months or so. And any guesses to what that may be? You know, and do you guys want to guess what that may be? You know, some potential exciting news. Have a few guesses. Oh, and I just want to say I've actually just had a notification to say that Hardeep has joined the Patreon. So Hardeep, if you're still watching, if you're still in here, thank you, my man. Appreciate you joining the Patreon. I think that makes 3 people now. Sure, it's 3 people. So thank you to all of you guys. Your support does not go unmissed. And we have our first super chat of the night. It is from Kerry Analog. I don't know if that's actually your real name, but if that is actually your surname, that's a pretty cool surname. Hi, E61 520D. I did the swirl flap delete. Car wouldn't start after. Starter would spin for 3 seconds. Engine not turning over. Now ordering starter. Kerry, I would not say that. I would, if that was your starter motor, I would say that is a massive coincidence. I would say it's more than likely you haven't plugged in one of your sensors. Did you say? Yeah, starter would spin for 3 seconds, engine not turning over. That's interesting. So if the So the engine does not crank then? Is that what you're saying? The engine does not even crank? But guys, that is the, you know, perfect example from Kerry. You know, she's sent a super chat, €5. You know, it's nothing mega, but you know, it goes a massive way to help out the channel. Obviously, YouTube take their little cut from it as well. But yeah, it goes a massive way to help, you know, help put money back into the channel and, you know, buy parts, put towards future projects, you know, new cars and whatever else. And it just, you know, it's a way that you can show your support. I have, you know, messages from people every single day saying, you know, thanks for your videos. You know, I had one guy the other week where he was, I think it was on a Facebook post. He was like, he took out the N47 engine, and he was like, I just want to say thank you to George Austers. You know, before I'd done this, I couldn't even change an air filter. Before I watched his videos, couldn't even change an air filter, and now I've just took the engine out. He's going to do the timing chain video, and that like just, you know, blows my mind how someone can, just follow along your videos and, you know, have the confidence to be able to do something like that. But yeah, it's good to see. It really sort of makes these videos worthwhile, you know, because sometimes it can get very sort of, you know, disheartening when you are making videos and then they are not performing as well as you'd hoped. You know, like some videos that I put a lot of time in, you know, filming, editing, you know, buying the parts to install or whatever, and then the video just does very, very poorly. Obviously they can gain views over time, but usually when they do poor to begin with, they're not going to do the best overall. So yeah, but yeah, I completely just forgot what I was going to say. No, I just had a stupid brain moment. What was I even going to say? Yeah, it's just, you know, it puts things into perspective, and it's really just good to see when you guys, you know, get back to me and you know, say that my videos have actually helped. But yeah, let's get onto a few guys' guesses as to what's coming. Carl Tolley guesses track car, and he actually mentioned earlier on maybe making the 130i into a little bit of a track car. I don't know if it's going to be like a full-blown track car, but I would like to do some track days in it. So I don't have any plans to buy a quote-unquote track car anytime soon. Simon Peters guesses you're getting another BMW. Could be getting another BMW. Northern Scum, you're going Ford. Definitely not. Not anytime soon anyway. Dub Shop, sorry George, got to go catch you next time. No worries, take care. Where are we? Buy F10. Maybe. Kerry says, engine does not crank. Yes, huge coincidence, but I have the starter out and tested on event. Starter spins, solenoid clicks, but does not move onto the shaft. Car is very high miles. Right, okay, fair enough. If you hear me, if you've tested it and it's still no good. Which replacement starter are you getting? I'd recommend Bosch if you have not already purchased one. Either like a reconditioned one or, you know, a brand new one. Jackie Slack, can you discuss also anything? It's only about money and revenue. Okay, so that is a very good question. That's a very valid point. You know, I take all of you guys' questions and concern, you know, seriously. And yeah, that's a very good question. I know you guys are probably getting sick of me keep going on saying, you know, can you just donate? Can you send a super chat? Can you, you know, pay for this? Can you pay for that? But at the end of the day, like, I have a choice, you know. I don't need to put out YouTube videos. I can stop if I want to. And you know, you wouldn't gain this help then, would you? You know, before I came to YouTube, there really wasn't a whole lot out there on the N47 engine. You know, there was a few videos, but you know, there wasn't really anything in good detail. So I think that, you know, the value that I've put in, you know, the time and effort and the value that I put into the videos is really worth, you know, people showing their support back, as well as, you know, I wouldn't ask for it. I wouldn't say. And you kind of have to realize that it's, you know, you doing YouTube, it's a business. You know, you can't just have money going out all the time. You can't just, you know, spend all this money on cameras, on, you know, parts, on new cars, you know, on tools. You know, you probably don't realize how much I've spent on tools and parts, and, you know, a new car, and, you know, modifications and all the rest of it over the past couple of years trying to build this YouTube channel up. And you know, so I can kind of see where you're coming from. Yes, I do talk about it a lot, but you know, reality is, if I don't have donations coming in, if I don't, you know, earn what I need to earn through AdSense, then you know I can't continue to make the videos, because you know stuff doesn't come out of, you know, thin air. So yeah, I'm only saying it to be as transparent as possible. Like, I could just, you know, when I get a question or an email, I could literally just ignore it, you know, which a lot of people do. But I actually don't. I explain the situation. I say, look, you know, I'll be more than happy to help you, but I cannot sit and help you for free. That's a situation. You know, I need to be earning money for my time, because you know doing this takes a whole lot of time, and it's really, you know, it's really not worth it. You know, when you actually think about the hours that you put into it, and then the money that you earn from it. It's you kind of have to compare it to a regular job. And you know, for example, you saying, is, do you only just talk about money and revenue? That would be like me saying to you, in your regular job, if you have a regular job, you know, do you want to get paid this week? Do you just want to work for free? And that's kind of how it is. Like, you know, I upload videos sometimes and they do very, very poorly. And I may have put a lot of time and effort and money into those videos. And, you know, I need to see a return on that. I need money to come back so that I can make more videos. If they don't, then, you know, I can't continue to do it. So that's why I want to be as transparent as possible, because, you know, I want this channel to grow. I want all of you to grow and come along with me, and to gain more and more knowledge, and you know, be attempting bigger and better things when it comes to your own personal cars. And yeah, I think it's worth it. You know, I think if you are watching my videos, you're gaining the knowledge, you're able to do things yourself, and you are potentially saving yourself a lot of money, then what is it? Surely, is it not worth a little donation, you know, you know, every so often? Like, if you are saving yourself hundreds of pounds, you know, from not going to the dealership, or from not using a, you know, a mechanic, then surely it's worth a little donation, just to show your appreciation. You know, am I wrong? I don't know. Let me know. Be honest. Be as transparent as I am. But yeah, just, you know, let me know your thoughts. But I'm sorry I've kind of made that a bit longer than what it should have. But yeah, just, you know, let me know. Hardeep, yes, you are still in here. I just want to say thanks for joining the Patreon, man. I appreciate it. And you asked a question. My EGR failed, so after watching the vid you did on the delete, I thought I'd have a go at replacing it. Bolts are tight as, and knowing my luck, I'll either break something or round off the bolts, taking it. Okay, so on the EGR, if you just want to replace the valve itself, so is your valve stuck? Is it stuck open or stuck closed? Yeah, I'm guessing it's either stuck open or stuck closed. That's why you want to replace it. There should only be like 3 or 4 relatively small bolts holding the valve itself in. You know, if you do end up, you know, snapping one of them, which is, you know, pretty unlikely, to be honest, then they can be drilled out relatively easy, from what I can remember. But yeah, don't worry about it. You can't worry about these things, because at the end of the day, you know, you could go to a garage and a trained mechanic could snap a bolt. It just is what it is. If it's going to snap, it's going to snap. There's no point worrying about it. You just, you know, change it. You just have to either drill it out or whatever, and you know, get a new bolt. It's simple as it is. And we have the second super chat of the night. It comes from Ryan Reeve. Keep up the good work. And he sends £5. Ryan, thank you, man. Yeah, I'll try and keep up the good work. Like I said, I have a lot of videos to come now. And I've still continuing to do the video every other day. So it's either 3 or 4 videos a week. So yeah, no plans on stopping anytime soon. But yeah, massive thanks for that little donation. Like I said, goes a massive way to helping the channel out. And looks like we have the third super chat of the night. Comes from Luke Maguire. So you asked this question earlier on, didn't you? 520D cold start judders and without gas stalls. When accelerating, stays at certain speed with my right foot down on pedal, then after 5 seconds shoots off. Right. Okay. Cold start judders. Right. I want to say because without gas, it stalls. I want to say that's a fueling issue. You could have a blocked injector because obviously on a diesel, when you push down the accelerator, you're just literally injecting more fuel. It's not like on a petrol when you're opening, you're not opening a, what am I trying to say? You're not opening a throttle body. Diesels run at 100% air all the time. So I want to say you may have a blocked injector. Let me just read it a little bit more. When accelerating, stays at certain speed, when right foot down, after pedal shoots off. So when you say after 5 seconds it shoots off, so it takes around 5 seconds to actually build up boost, is what you're saying then. So it builds up boost very slow. That could be an issue. That could be that. See, here's the thing. It's one of those questions that takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of back and forth. Like, it's one of those where I actually need you to go in the car and check a whole bunch of things and, show me videos and things like that. But yeah, if you're stalling when without your foot on the gas when you're starting and it's juddering, that makes me think like it's not getting enough fuel. Do you get any smoke? Do you get any smoke on startup when you notice this occurring? Like, do you get any do you get white smoke, black smoke? Because that's something that could help me actually answer this question for you. Graham Cartwright donates £2 on the super chat. You are the fourth super chatter of the night. Graham, thank you, man. Much appreciated. Again, you're someone that always donates on these live streams, and it's greatly appreciated. So thank you to you. And we're just going to get back to a few of these questions. Faison, would you be getting a 535D E60? I would love one. I would love that engine in that chassis. It must be, absolute, insane when especially when it's been remapped, close to 400 horsepower, 800 Newton meters of torque. It must be absolutely crazy in an E60. But because I already have an E60, because I want to keep it for some time, it really wouldn't make sense to then get another E60. Yes, be it with a different engine, it really wouldn't make sense to buy the same chassis again. But I can confirm that, as Simon says, so come on, spill the beans. I would like to buy another car for the channel. Now, I have another question for you guys. Which car would you like to see next on the channel? Now, be as specific as possible. Now, I'm just going to go out there and say It's more than likely going to be a BMW, of course, because we are a BMW channel. But yeah, what would you like to see? You know, try and be specific. Try and be specific with the years, the model, the chassis, and the model. And yeah, I'll be interested to see what you guys would be interested in seeing on the channel. But yeah, we do plan on getting another car sometime soon. Kerry, you started from the breaker. Your device is good and a bit cheaper than the BMW dealership. Yeah, just a bit. Yeah, it's absolutely crazy how much the dealership charges, and like how many people still go to them. Like, for example, just to do I was talking to my friend the other day because I helped him out with a few things on his E92, and I was doing a diagnostics check for him using ISTA, and I was saying that if you was to take your car to BMW and for them to just do this check for you to read out your error fault code using ISTA, they would literally charge you about £120 to do so. And it's like it's I don't know, 5-10 minute job. It's absolutely crazy the amount that they charge. So yeah, that's why I think it's justified that that I like to see something in return for my help. Hardeep, cheers, George. Taking it to a garage just to be safe rather than sorry, but at least I'm having a go. That's it, Hardeep. You can only have a go. It's worth having a go than not trying at all. And obviously, if you can't do it, you always have the option of taking it to someone else. But yeah, best of luck. Let me know how you get on. Keep me updated. And yeah, how come you have decided not to delete it like I did? Is there any reason behind that? You just want to keep the NOx emissions down? Is there any other reason why you want to keep the EGR in place? 535D M Sport E60, slight vibration from the rear wheel backwards and forwards. Could it be possible if it's gearbox? Phasing, again, it's one of them questions. It takes a bit of time to answer. It's going to take a few back and forth questions. I'd appreciate it if you could send a super chat or a donation to my PayPal, and then I'd be more than happy to sit down and spend some time and help you out with that. But yeah, I'm not going to sit here and just sit here answering questions all day for nothing in return. Luke McGuire, yeah, I've replaced glow plugs, the boost pressure sensor, MAF, and fuel filter. No smoke. That's interesting. No smoke. So there's no smoke even when you have to put your foot on the gas, to prevent it stalling. That's interesting. Because what I was going to say was, there's a few things that you can learn from that. If it's white smoke, then it means that you generally means that obviously it can mean that you're burning water, you're burning coolant, whatever, but it can also mean that you are you're not burning the fuel, so it's unburnt fuel, and that's why you get that's why you get that really stinky diesel smell on startup, because the combustion chamber isn't hot enough to fully combust the diesel. Some escapes out, the exhaust being unburnt essentially. But yeah, then obviously if it's black, then it means that you are over fueling. But yeah, that's interesting. You say you've replaced the glow plugs, the boost pressure sensor, MAF, fuel filter, no smoke. Luke, I would recommend that if you haven't already, get it plugged in with ISTA. That may be able to help you out. You may have some faults stored in your DDE. and hopefully, you know, hopefully that'll be able to help you out in your DDE and your DME. You know, but yeah, without looking at it, without seeing a video and photos and things like that, then it's one of them. It's hard to say. Simon, E46, 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 3 litre straight 6. But Simon, petrol or diesel? That's the question. And why do you want to see an E46 so bad? Hardeep, E46 M3. Again, why do you want to see an E46? Graham, I'm scratching my head at the moment, George. What's up, Graham? I'm thinking of getting one for now, but if all goes well, I'll be getting my E46 M3 next year. Oh, nice. They are going to start going up in value soon, I think, if they haven't already. The only thing is you need to be, you need to do your research, because E46s love to rust. I'm guessing you already know this, but yeah, they love to rust. It's okay when it's the front wings, because obviously the wings are just bolt on, but it's when it's the rear wheel arches. That's when you're not in for a good time. Right. Next question. If anybody knows who that is, comment below. Hardeep, not legal, and apparently you lose some lowdown torque. No, you don't lose. You don't lose lowdown torque from removing the EGR. If anything, you actually gain torque, because it's not. You actually gain power below 2,000 RPM because you haven't got the exhaust gases going in. You've just got nice cold air going through. Yeah, technically it's not legal, but you shouldn't really have any issues when it comes to MOT time. It's pretty much under the engine cover, and yeah, I'm not going to get too much into it, but yeah, you should never really fail an MOT for not having your EGR on. You know, a lot of people will tell you the same thing as well. Hey Murphy, hi George. I have a 2008 E60 520D Sport. My engine died last month. It cost me €2,000 to get a new one. Apparently the crankshaft broke or twisted and was hitting the sump. Damn, that doesn't sound like a fun time. I've heard of a few people having crankshaft failures. In other countries, I haven't heard of it being that common in the UK. But yeah, that's not fun. That doesn't sound like fun. It's my first BMW and I'm hot. But I will be avoiding the M47 engine next time. Murphy, I'm sorry that you've been scarred for life with that one, but I can assure you the M47 is not a bad engine if well maintained. Simon, because it's one of the best of all time. Yeah, to be honest, like I think the E46 still looks good. It has aged very, very well. Like same with the E90 as well. I still think the E90 looks good. But yeah, it's good. It sounds good as well. It's obviously the last straight 6 naturally aspirated M3 that there is. Yeah, very unique. I've got a leaking oil cooler gasket on my 130i. How difficult is the job for a nude like me? S-Hates or Shates, is that your name? You are in luck, because I'm actually going to be doing that job very, very soon. I've ordered the parts and I will be doing it very, very soon. So you are in luck. Yeah, I would wait around for the video to come and then check it out, because you will see exactly how to do it. I don't know exactly how long it's going to take me at the moment. Obviously, things take a lot longer when you got to record, but I don't think it's going to be that difficult of a job. But like I said, I'd stick around and wait until I give the job a go. Then you'll see exactly how to do it. Rust, subframe, rod bearings, Vanosh. Yeah, most of the common issues. It's my dream motor, mate. Wanted one for years. Yeah, that's it. If it's if it's your dream car and you can afford to do it, why not? Yeah, I'd love to have an E60 M5. I say one day I will have one, and that is the goal. It is a goal of mine to own one of them one day. And I don't think I really need to say why it's my favorite car, but yeah, I'd love to own one of them. Uh, Adam Hanif, tell me, why did he say that to me, George? Why did he say what? I'm a bit lost. Get E85 Z4 3 SI coupe, best for driving pleasure. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could say it's just like a pure driver's car. But I've got my 130i is pretty similar to that. Is the E85, is that that's not N52, is it? I'm guessing that's N54. But yeah, I already have, like, the 130i is already like my fun car to drive, so I don't really need anything small and is fun to drive. That's why you should have one on your channel, a big fan base. Simon, do you mean an M3 or do you just mean like the E46 chassis? Ant Chesney, hi, I've recently bought an LCI E90 with the N47. How common is the cam cover gasket to leak at the rear? I fear mine has this. I am a competent spanner man. Once then, how hard is this job? Ant, I've no issues answering your questions, but I would appreciate it if you could send a little super chat to help out the channel. I'd greatly appreciate that. It's literally just there's a $sign below the live stream chat. You click that, send a little donation, and I'll be happy to answer that question. Adam Hanif, George, how do I fix my BMW E60? You never told me. It's broke down. It's 13 years. I'm sorry for being mean, George. I'm only 10 years. You're 10 years old and you're owning a BMW. What? Are you trolling me right now? E46 chassis. Yeah, it definitely is an option. And it is something that I am considering. And sorry, my bad. No worries, man. I'd just like to, I'd just like people to show some support to the channel in return for me helping them out. Because like I said earlier on, I have a lot of chances in these in these live streams. People just sort of join, hope to get their question answered, then run away. They don't even they don't even give the live stream a thumbs up. So yeah, I just want to kind of change the culture and stop those people and stamp them out. That's why I ask people to send a donation if they want my help and time. No, my brother drives it. What? So you're 10 years old and you're asking questions about your BMW? Madness. So I don't know how long we're going to. Don't know how long we're going to keep this live stream going for. I generally like to keep it between an hour and 2 hours, but I don't know if you guys you know, are sort of losing interest and you don't have any more questions to ask, then you know I can wrap it up. But yeah, do you think I should let you guys know sort of what I'm thinking about buying, you know, for the cars? Should I let you know what I'm kind of thinking, or which car I'm thinking of buying? Ant Chesney is the 4th or 5th super chat donation of the night. And thanks, man. I appreciate it. And yeah, I'll get onto your question now. But you say in the meantime, I appreciate your time and help. Sorry, didn't know the correct protocol. No worries. You asked. You asked about the rocker cover, didn't you? The cam cover. Yeah, it's not that difficult of a job. Obviously, I replaced mine when I had the engine out. It makes it a little bit easier, but it's not that difficult, to be honest. It's let me think. So it's engine cover off, sound deadening removed. It is the high pressure fuel rail removed. It's the high pressure fuel pipes that go from the fuel rail to the injectors, remove them, then remove the wiring loom, and then remove the injectors themselves. That's probably the hardest bit in it. If the injectors have never been removed, they're probably going to be pretty seized in. Just hope that they have been removed at some point before, because yeah, if they're anything like mine were an absolute pain to remove. Yeah, you may need a relatively large slide hammer to get them removed. But yeah, once you've done that, it's literally just a case of, you know, about 10 or 15 10mm bolts, and it comes off. Yeah, relatively easy to do, as long as the like I said, as long as the injectors come out fairly easy, and yeah, not too difficult of a task. But if you do end up doing it, yeah, give us a shout. Let me know how you get on. But yeah, appreciate your super chat. Hey Murphy, you have 2 BMWs now. Any plans for any more? Yeah, like I said, you know, I would like to possibly get another car, and yeah, maybe to switch things up. Obviously, you know, I have a lot planned for the 2 cars that I do have, but I like to keep things nice and fresh. I like to keep things ticking over. I don't like to make things get stagnant and boring. But obviously, you know, when things aren't breaking and there's not too much in terms of mechanical jobs that you can actually do, there's only so many engine bay cleans and, you know, interior details that you can do before you kind of run out of the you know, the substance videos where something's actually happening. Obviously, I can do videos explaining, you know, things to do, things not to do, things I like, things not that I don't like. But it's nice to get the you know, the actual job videos out there as well for you guys to follow along and gain some value for. So yeah, I am thinking of buying another car for the channel. Yeah, what are you thinking? Okay, so here's what I'm going to say. If we can get, what should we say? If we can get 3 more super chat donations, then I will reveal the car that I'm thinking of buying pretty soon for the channel. Is that fair? we get 3 more super chat donations, then I think I'll let you guys know sort of what I'm thinking, what's kind of in the pipeline. I remember trying to get the injectors out of my E39 they were a little struggle. Yeah, and if you are thinking of doing the rocker cover, I would recommend getting a slide hammer or just making one if you can. Loosen a tad the clamp and fire the engine up to pop the injectors out. Would this be similar? Yeah, you could try that, I guess. Yeah, you could definitely try that. But I don't want you to yeah, you might end up with like diesel squirting all around your engine bay, because as soon as you prime the pump, like fuel squirts out of the high pressure fuel rail. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. These questions are all like sort of getting all over the place. It's really weird because like I get one and then I don't have any, and then like I get a whole bunch all together. So I'm just trying to sort them out. There we go. Levi asks, really like the 130i. I've been quoted £1,165 with Admiral with 2 years no claims, 19 years old, and seriously considering buying one. 19 years old and you're getting a quote for that cheap. That is a very, very good price. I'm pretty sure I paid more than that on my Ford Fiesta Zetec S. So yeah, it's a very good price, and I would recommend buying one. If you are thinking of buying one, now is the time. I don't think they're going to go down in value much more. But obviously do your research, know what you're looking for, and try and find one for as good of a price as possible. Got another super chat donation from Murphy here. I have no real questions, but here's a tip for all your videos you've done. A Murphy from Republic of Ireland. A Murphy, I want to say, like, what's your first name, man? Is it Andy, Andrew, Aidan? I'll say Irish name, right? Yeah, I want to say a big thank you. I think this is the first live stream I've seen you in. But yeah, I want to say thanks for your contributions tonight. Yeah, and thanks for the super chat. It definitely goes a long way, and yeah, it's going to help me fund some more videos. I've already got that one. That's great. Not too. I appreciate it. Thanks, George. No worries. Exactly. You should work on other bimmers. M Shahid, how you doing, man? I haven't seen you comment in a while. Hope you're good. Northern Scum, have you worked in the trade, George? So when you say work in the trade, have I worked in a garage as such? Nope. I have no interest in working in a in a garage environment. It's not something that particularly interests me. I've always had the goal of being self-employed. I don't like working for someone else, working on their schedule. I don't like being watched over. I like to do the things on my own accord. And yeah, it's something that's really just not interesting me, to be honest. Everything that I know, it has been self-taught through trial and error, through research, just from getting stuck in, really. Yeah, that's really where all my knowledge and experiences came from. So yeah. Do you work in the trade yourself, by the way? It's not to say, by the way, it's not to say that I don't respect anyone who works in the trade. You obviously have a very difficult and potentially grueling job on a daily basis. So yeah, massive respect for people that can work on cars and do the not very nice jobs on a daily basis. Yeah, massive respect for that. I think I might have caught the old Rona. Simon says, wait, Simon says, I gave you mine. Yes, you did. But I think we've had a couple of donations. I think we only need, is it one or two more? I think after I said that, I think we got one. And that is from, sorry, how do you pronounce your name again? It is Zabolks. Zabolks, is it? I think I've just completely said that wrong. But you sent a donation of €5.49. Massive thank you, man. I appreciate the support. If you need any help, just send me a message, or ask a question on here. I'll be more than happy to help you out. And thanks for just showing your support, really. Aunt Chesney, rail pipe still attached. Oh, right. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I've never thought of doing that. Loosening the injectors, taking out the clamps and then firing the engine up. That could work potentially. But I think if they are as stuck as mine were, I don't think that would work. I still don't think they would budge. But it's definitely worth a go. Definitely is worth a go. It just depends if you can get the wiggle room. If you can actually physically move them, pull the injectors up with the rail and the pipe still attached. But yeah, you can definitely give it a go. Hey Murphy, Adrian. Glad I know that now. Thanks, Adrian. I was looking at Fiesta Zetec S, but I thought I'd have a look at 130i quotes after seeing your videos, and it was only £300 more than the Fiesta. Currently driver clear, so big upgrade. Yes, Levi, massive upgrade. But one thing I will say to you, sir, is you need to realize what you're getting into. When it comes to BMW, you're definitely going to pay more for parts as opposed to Ford and Renault and manufacturers like that. So you do need to bear that in mind. It's one thing that a lot of people sort of forget. They think, I can get this car cheap, I can get it insured relatively cheap. Then you also have to factor in the the additional costs in parts and labor as well. Labor is a massive thing. Once somebody knows you own a BMW, once a garage sees you own a BMW, they will potentially add a little bit more onto the labor costs as well, because they think you have a little bit more money, which is obviously not right. It's not the moral thing to do, but that's just what happens. And let's not even talk about taking it to the dealership, because they will just absolutely rinse you dry. So it definitely helps if you can work on your own car, that's for sure. But yeah, in terms of the 130i, I mean, you're going to get the regular 1 Series problems. You're going to have to do little things here and there. But the N52 engine, a very, very solid engine. It really just lasts forever. You should get 300,000 out of it as long as you do the the common problems. But yeah, solid engine. Best engine in the 1 Series, in my opinion. Most reliable. And the most rewarding as well. The way it just delivers the power is just next level. It's honestly, and it sounds so good as well. That's the thing. It sounds so good just from stock form. That's something that's it's massive. It's massive when when you're buying a car that's that old. It sounds so good just from factory. But yeah, like I said, do some more research and. Let me know what you decide. M. Shahid, thanks for the mention, George. No problem, man. No problem. Cheslin Owens, hi. Just a question. How about a video on changing the valve cover gasket on the N52 and maybe spraying the magnesium cover a different color, like red or orange? I'm going to answer the second part of that question first. I don't really like, changing the engine cover. I don't really like modifying things like that. I like to keep it stock and looking fresh and factory OEM. But to answer the first part of the question, how about a video on changing the valve cover gasket? That is something I will be doing. Absolutely, I definitely will be doing that at some point. I have a long list of things I need to do on the M52 engine. I'm going to be doing like all of the common problems and a few of the jobs as well. So yeah, stay tuned. That will definitely be coming. Just try and be patient. The next thing I'm probably going to be doing is the oil filter housing gasket, and then after that I'm probably going to be doing the entire drive belt kit, and then after that I'll more than likely do the rocker cover gasket or the valve cover gasket. And yeah, I'll of course be covering it in good detail. I'm working on something. If it pulls off, you'll be good. Stock market, good stuff. Good to hear. Yeah, let me know if it does come off well. You know where I am. Just don't forget about me if you become a multimillionaire. Loosen clamp a millimeter or two and run engine. Yeah, it's definitely, like I said, and it's definitely worth a go. I've never considered it myself, but yeah, not a bad idea. I might actually consider that in the future. Simon sends another little super chat, a little 79p. I'm guessing you're trying to get that them 3 more super chats. I shouldn't have said that. I should have said it like a certain amount, but no, I've said it now, so I've got to follow suit, I guess. But yeah, you sent a 79p and you've sent another 79p. Yeah, I really should have made it like a minimum amount, but no, I will. Don't worry. Once I've got through these questions, I will be announcing what car I do plan on. I would like to buy for the channel. I'm not going to say what I'm definitely going to be getting because my mind may change between now and then. But I'll tell you what I'm kind of thinking. What I'd like to buy and why. Northern Scum, own a roofing company, mate. You seem very knowledgeable for a self-taught young lad. Enjoying the stream, by the way, and we'll donate next time. I promise. Subscribed. Northern Scum, I mean, do you have like an actual name that I can call you by? Because it feels like feels a bit doesn't seem right calling you Northern Scum. Yeah, I don't think my girlfriend would appreciate that as well because she's Northern. But yeah, no, I appreciate it. Subscribing and yeah, don't worry about the donation. If you can, then you can. But if you do, then I'll appreciate it. Yeah, Zabolks, you're good now. I asked you if you had any questions, no problem. But if you do at any time have any issues, just fire away and let me know, man. Yeah, thanks for your donation, by the way, as well. Yeah, that's Simon with the 79p super chat. Levi, luckily I work in the trade, so I get parts at trade price and heavily discounted labor rate. MPG and tax might be more of a worry. Levi, the MPG on the 130i, you'd be very surprised. Like that can be a very, very economical engine. Now, when I say a very, very economical engine, I'm talking obviously for a 3-litre petrol engine. I done a trip to Cornwall, so it was like a 500 and odd mile round trip, and I averaged around 40 mpg. It's around 39-40 mpg, but bear in mind that is from a 3-litre naturally aspirated petrol engine. Like, to get around 40 mpg, like I couldn't even get that in my 1.6 Fiesta because I was hitting near enough 4,000 rpm. And yeah, it just wasn't happening. But because the 130i, because the N52, it has obviously the 3-stage manifold, so it has the dissers. You get a lot of low down torque, and it does not need to use a lot of fuel, and obviously because it's 6 gears, you don't use a lot of fuel on the motorway or the highway. So you'd be actually surprised. You can get very good MPG out of that engine. Driving locally, you can still get relatively good around 30 MPG, but obviously if you do put your foot down, that's when you are going to see it drop a little bit. But yeah, if you need to drive economically, you can. That's why it's a very, very good versatile engine. M Shahid donates £4.99. Thank you, sir. Yeah, much appreciated as always. Again, if you have any questions, I know you donate quite a bit. I'm pretty sure you do on like every live stream. If you do have any questions, you do need any help, fire away, and don't hesitate to ask. And Simon sends another donation, £2.99. I think, guys, this is Simon's like 4th donation of the night. I'm pretty sure I sent 3 super chats and a PayPal donation. So Simon, big thank you to you. And yeah, don't worry, I am going to be getting onto the car. I know you are probably, probably like shaking in anticipation as to what it could be. But yeah, massive thanks, man. I appreciate it so much. Followed your carbon clean video on M47 was a big help. Thanks. No problem. I'm glad it was easy to follow along. I'm glad it's helped. Simon laughs. Graham sends another £1 on the super chat. Thank you, Graham. Much appreciated. Actually, I do have a question. How many grams of ash/soot can the DPF gather before it's full / needs replacing on 2008 520D? Adrian, I'm going to be completely honest. I don't know how many grams of ash the DPF can hold, to be honest. I'm sure you can probably find that out on Google. But, if you've seen my video, you'll know that I cleaned the DPF, i.e. just completely gutted it. So it's never going to be an issue again for me. But yeah, sorry, I can't answer that question. I don't know how many grams of ash the DPF can hold. But yeah, you asked, and do any of the cleaning products for DPF actually work? Do they work? Yes and no. Can they potentially help the DPF get up to temperature a little bit? Maybe. Are they gonna, are they gonna help clean a completely blocked DPF, and are they gonna save you from buying a new one? No, not really. The best thing you can do is just physically remove it and just get a pressure washer and clean it that way. Maybe use some actual cleaning products, not like a fuel additive. I wouldn't recommend using like a fuel additive. You're just basically wasting your money. Yeah, if you want to clean it, physically remove it and clean it. Don't try and use like one of them fuel additives, honestly. My N52 runs on LPG, super cheap. Wow, that must be cheap to run. LPG is like what, 50p a litre? That's crazy. Carl Tolley, DPF easy to clean. Relatively easy to clean, yeah. If you have a pressure washer, cleaning it is not the hard part though. It's removing it. It depends which engine you have, and when it comes to the actual removal of it. On my E6520D, it's very easy to remove. It's just 8 bolts and nuts right in the center of the car, kind of like in the center section. Very easy to remove, and just drop it down, and then, like I said, you can just wash it all out then. But yeah, some DPS, they're on downpipe that come straight off the turbo, and they are an absolute nightmare to clean. Sorry, a nightmare to remove, let alone clean. DPF, clean it with petrol. Yeah, any solvent based cleaner, you should be good when it comes to cleaning out your DPF. Do that and a pressure washer, and you should clean it relatively easy, to be honest. You have to think it's basically just like a honeycomb, that gets blocked up with the soot essentially. Guys, before I wet myself, I'm just going to go and take a leak. So do not go anywhere. I'm probably going to be a minute, maybe less. I can see 25 of you guys in here right now. Do not go anywhere. Like I said, I have some, I have something I want to tell you guys, when it comes to what car I'm thinking of buying next for the channel. So stay tuned and don't go anywhere. Well, that was a fail, weren't it? 6 of you left. Wow. And dropping off like flies now. Yeah. Well, I'm going to answer one more question. Carl Tolley says 520D N47. If it's the same as mine, bear in mind there is two different types. Like I said, there's one type where it's on the downpipe, but if it's the same as me, where the DPF is like a square shape, it's kind of in the center section. Very easy to remove as long as you can get the bolts undone. And then, it's relatively easy to clean out. Adam Sayer asks, what's your opinion on removing / blanking the EGR versus software deleting the EGR N57? Any benefits or same result? Adam, before I answer that question, I would appreciate it if you could send a donation either in the form of a PayPal donation or a super chat to the channel. There's actually a $sign underneath the live stream chat, so there's no excuse. Just go through there, send a little donation to the channel, massively help me out, and I'll be happy to answer that as best as possible. But in the meantime, I'm gonna kind of move a little bit more forward and talk to you guys about what I'm thinking of buying next for the channel. I know you guys are probably on the edge of your seats. You're probably like glued to your screens and thinking, oh, I wonder what it could be. Like, what's he going to buy next? But so you guys know that I have a BMW 1 Series. You guys know I have a BMW 5 Series. You guys know I have a petrol. You guys know I have a diesel. What's left? Like electric? No, I'm not going to be getting an electric car. So I'm thinking of buying something a little bit different to what I already have, because I like to make things as what I like to appeal to a wider audience as possible. I think the N52 engine is kind of okay to cover the majority of petrol engines, because most engines are relatively similar to it. And it does cover a lot of engines, especially over in the US and also in the EU as well. Now, I'm thinking realistically, the next best thing that I can get for the channel, which I think is an engine that is covered you know, a lot. And I'm thinking of getting a car next for the channel with the M57 engine. Okay, so for those of you that do not know, that is the 3-liter straight six diesel BMW engine, right? So the M57, it's another engine that is in many different cars, many different models. It's I'm pretty sure they actually use it in one of the Land Rover engines as well. It started in like 1990. I think it started in like 1998, and it runs right all the way up until 2009, 2010, I believe. But yeah, I think the M57 engine would be good. I think it would do well for you know, to bring in a wider audience, and I think it would do well to help some of you guys out as well. Let me know. Yeah, let me know what you think if I was to do something with an M57 engine. Now, realistically, like, what chassis would I pair that to? Obviously, I have a 1 Series already, and the 1 Series doesn't come with the 3-liter diesel. I have a 5 Series already. So realistically, my only options are like a 3 Series or a 7 Series. I don't know. What do you think would work best? I'm interested to know you guys' thoughts. Let me know what you think of the M57 engine, and let me know what you think, which chassis would work well with it for the channel, of course. Now, don't think of just, you know, for yourself. Think of what would work best, you know, to gain the broader audience. What, you know, what do most people have? What would most people like to watch, and what would help the majority of people? But yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking at the moment. I need to think what's really going to take the channel to the next level, and that's kind of what I would like to do. I think I'd like to do somewhat of a I think I kind of like to do somewhat of a project. So I would like to buy something that is, you know, that does need quite a bit of work doing to it, because, you know, I don't want to buy a fully sorted car. There's no point. Not only would I not have the money to do so, wouldn't have, you know, £4,000-5,000 to pay into another car. I would, you know, I'd like to have something that I can, you know, fix up, maybe like a co-part build, or maybe something that spares and repairs that I can fix up and make plenty of videos from. But yeah, let me know what you think about it. Hardy E92. Oh yeah, you asked E92 330D. Possibly, if the demand was there, then yeah, that's a possibility. My friend actually has an E92 330D. So yeah, that is a possibility. Carl Tolley 7 Series. Yeah, like that's something that I don't think like I don't think anybody else even wants to tackle a 7 Series. So that could be something different, I suppose, that not many people have done. But then again, I don't really think many people own a 7 Series. Like, the average person doesn't own a 7 Series, do they? So would it really help them out that much? I don't know. You kind of have to weigh it up. Like, are your videos gonna help people, or are they just going to be more sort of interesting to watch / entertainment? But yeah, with that being said, I just realized we're actually coming up on 2 hours on this live stream. So if you do want to keep this continuing, and you are interested, and you do want to hear more, and you have not already donated, because I know a few of you guys have donated, especially a couple of you more than once, please, I would appreciate it if you just hit the super chat button. It's just the $sign underneath the chat. Give it a click. You know, send a little donation to the channel, and we'll keep this thing ticking over, and keep this conversation going on. But Yeah, Graham says if it grows the channel, go for it, mate. Yeah, that's the plan. That's what we're looking to do. Carl Tolley, E38. E38 is that's the 7 Series, isn't it? Sure, it's the 7 Series E38. Yeah, because you got the E. Was it E? I don't know. I don't know my 7 Series chassis. I'm going to be completely honest. I'm sure E38 is the 7 Series there. You know my thoughts. I had a 330D Touring M Sport, awesome car. Wish I hadn't sold it. E46 obs. Yeah, yeah. That's possibly the route that I might be going down. Yeah. What did you do anything to it? Like, did you have it remapped and everything? Did it make good power or? So no, kind of like right out of the box, it's you know, it's a pretty good engine. It's a pretty good solid. It's, you know, it's a very robust and reliable engine. It, you know, they last for 300,000 miles or so. But I'm thinking that would be a good choice because it is obviously something that is you know, in a lot of different cars. And I'm thinking maybe like an automatic as well because I haven't got an automatic. I've never owned an automatic, so that could be something a little bit different. I think we could do the automatic gearbox on it and everything. So that'd make some good content. But yeah, so we have 17 people in here right now, if 16. I just lost one. I'm sorry. If you are watching, just give us a little hello, a little wave, and let's see who we got in here still. Let's see who we have watching here. Just give us a little hello. Let me know who's in here. You all gone quiet? Okay, so if you are in here right now, just give us a little hello. I want to see who we've got. We've got 16 of you apparently. And then we have a whole load of wait. Hardy, the suspense is killing me. Come on, let us know. Wait, are these like questions like really far behind or something? I don't know. I think these are because surely that would have been for before I even mentioned what car it was. Sean Barrett says hello to you, Sean. How you doing? I don't think I've ever seen you comment on the live stream before. Are you a new subscriber? How long have you been watching? J Dev Patel, hello. Sorry, I had to duck out earlier, mate. No worries. I'm sure a lot of you guys have you know, much better things to do than sit and watch me for 2 hours straight. So it's cool if you want to, you know, duck and dive. You want to, you know, chill out for a bit, then come back. That's fine. But what I will say is, because we've obviously gone over the 2 hour mark, I don't think I've ever done one quite over 2 hours. If you do want me to continue this, send a little super chat. And I'm not talking to those guys that have already done it. You've donated enough. A couple of you in particular, but yeah, if you want to keep this going, send a super chat and we'll continue it. But I don't want this thing to die a slow and painful death. You know what I mean? No, not really. Changed the double din head unit, changed all the trim to carbon, had wheels refurbished, new badges. It was a little mistreated, needs some love, had new injectors, brushes, disc pads. So just all the regular stuff, really. But yeah, that's, yeah, I know what you said earlier. You know, E46 would be very cheap on parts and mods and things because obviously it's, you know, it's relatively old now. We're talking the best part of 20 years old. So that could possibly be a good avenue to go down. But it's a decision that I need to make right. I need to spend quite a bit of time thinking about, you know, if it's going to be right for me on the channel, because yeah, I can't afford to put a whole load of money into a car that's I'm not going to earn the money back on. Do you know what I mean? Because at the moment, like I said, I'm not taking a single penny out of YouTube. It's literally all just going back into the videos and into, you know, into more cars and things like that. It's not going for me to spend down the pub. I can assure you that. No, just posted. Oh, okay. But yeah, I mentioned about the 335i grab loads of the US watches. Yeah, that is true. But N54 though, I don't think it's that, like, it's not that common of an engine. It's only in it's only in the 135i and the 335i in the UK, and then in the US it's in the 535i as well. We don't have the 535i in the UK, I don't believe. But yeah, it's you know, I don't think it's that common as the M57. Sean, following since the bodybuilding days, great content. Sean, you've been stuck around for a long time then, man. I appreciate that. But yeah, what do you think about the car stuff anyway? What do you think about the BMW videos? Hope the 130i and E60 are running sweet. Yes, they are. Just done the whole braking system, you know, distant pads on the 130i, and they stop so well now. Honestly, yeah, it's like a world of difference. I did make a video on it, and kind of in the end of the video, I didn't really say sort of how well they performed, because there was, you know, still had to wait for them to bed in properly. But now that they have bedded in, honestly, made a world of difference. So good. Adam Sayer sends $4.99, another super sticker. Adam, thank you, much appreciated. And you actually asked a question earlier on, didn't you? I'm sure you did. You asked, what's your opinion on removing and blanking the EGR versus software deleting the EGR? N57 benefits or same results? When it comes to the result, essentially you are going to get the same result, because whether or not you physically remove the EGR or if you tell the engine to keep the valve shut, it's going to keep, you know, you're not going to get exhaust gases going back through your inlet. With that being said, when you remove the EGR system altogether, it means you are not going to get any issues with it, with the entire system, not with just the valve, with the entire system. So that means that, you know, for your EGR cooler, for example, you're not going to get any cracks in it. I know on the N57, it's a very common issue. And it was actually a recall for the EGR cooler to, you know, to be replaced. So if you keep it in place, there's a chance it can still crack, in which case you're going to have to replace it or whatever. But if you remove it all completely, you can't have any issues with it. So that's one thing I like. It's one of them things where you just do it and then you forget about it. You haven't got to worry about it ever again. Now, another benefit of removing the EGR system, it's probably the biggest benefit, is the additional space that you get in your engine bay. So on the N47, it's spotted right on the front of the engine block, and it covers a lot of access to the front of your engine. So it covers access to your drive belt, to your different pulleys. And when it's removed, like, there's so much more space. You have access to get on your automatic tension to take your drive belt off a lot easier, and it just makes things a whole lot nicer, and makes access to everything a whole lot easier. And yeah, just tidies things up a little bit, I think. Obviously you're going to save, you know, you're going to save a little bit of weight. You're probably going to save, I don't know, 2 kilos. So you might add, a 100th of a second to your quarter mile. But no, all jokes aside, there is a few benefits of completely removing it. But like I said, end result is going to be the same. So you have to make your mind up. What I would say is get a remap, get it switched off, and then if you do want to remove it at a later date, you can go ahead and do so. Hey, hello to you. Are you still in here? We have 12 people in here now, guys. And like I said, we don't want this thing to die a slow and painful death. So I think what we're going to do is wrap this one up, unless you guys want to continue this. If you do want to, you want this thing to continue and you want to show your support in some way, send a little super chat. There's just a little dollar sign underneath the chat, underneath the live chat, and we'll keep this conversation going on. If you have any questions, if you need my help in any way, fire a question away, and I'll help you out as best I can. But yeah, if you want to get off this thing, you want to get some sleep, then we'll wrap this thing up. Yeah, I'll give it a couple more minutes, and if we don't have any more questions come through, and no more super chats, then I think we'll wrap this thing up. But yeah, I hope you're all doing well, by the way. 12 of you that are still in here right now, and I want to thank all of you guys for sticking around. Some of you guys have been sticking around here for about 2 hours, so I want to thank you for giving your time and watching me and listening to what I've been saying. But yeah, we have one other question. Adam, thanks, mate. I have it shut at the moment, remapped. I have the kit ready for that purpose. Yeah, wise choice that is, Adam. No worries. Wise choice. Simon, I'm off to, got work tomorrow. No worries, Simon. I just want to say a massive thanks again for the multiple donations you made. Top man, and have a good day at work tomorrow. What a trooper going into work on a Saturday. But yeah, like I said, been doing this over 2 hours now. I guess you guys don't have anything else to say. I can't think of anything else to say relevant at the moment. So I think we're going to wrap this up. Like I said, unless we get any more super chats in the next 2 minutes or so, we are going to wrap this up. Adrian, take care, pal. I'm off to give you a little bit. Thanks, Adrian. Appreciate your super chat, by the way, as well. Simon, take care, man, as always. But yeah, probably going to wrap this up when we get to 2 hours 15, so another minute or so. If you do have any more questions, you want to send a donation to help the channel out, send a super chat, and we'll keep it going. We'll just keep on going all night. We just won't even stop this thing. But oh my god, he's got to be trolling. He's got to be trolling me. Seriously, is that another 79p donation? Wow. I don't know what to say. I'm going to have to stay down for another 2 minutes now, I guess. I'm off as well. Good night. Good night to you, man. I appreciate you. Appreciate your contributions tonight and your questions and comments. Like I said, if you need any help, just get in contact. Any of you guys that support me, you always have my time. And if you do need anything, just let me know. I'll always be happy to help you out. Have 2 minutes on me. Jesus Christ. We're going to do this for another 2 minutes, and like I said, if we don't have any more, super chats or any more questions come through, then we will finally wrap this thing up, because I'm pretty sure this is the longest ever live stream that we've done. Hardy asked George, besides cars, are you passionate about anything else? I'm passionate about anything else. I guess I've always been quite entrepreneurial. Like when I was a kid, like I had a business when I was a kid, like selling sweets and other things at school. Cans and stuff like that when I was at school. So I guess I've always been quite entrepreneurial, which I'm, quite passionate about. I've always wanted to work for myself, and that's what I plan on doing. I like football as well. I like going to see football matches. I love traveling. I like working on cars. But yeah, that's about it really. I can't think of anything else that I'm, mega passionate about. But yeah, like I said, we've got 30 seconds or so of this. All thanks to Simon. But yeah, if any of you guys are watching this right now, I want to thank all of you for sticking around. I hope you are all well, and I just want to say take care, all of you. Thank you all for your support. Definitely means a lot. If you haven't already, give this live stream a big thumbs up. Just tap the like button, and that will do everything to ensure this gets pushed out to the right places. So yeah, I'm going to wrap this up. Like I said, thank you all for joining tonight. Thank you all for all of the super chats. We have had quite a few tonight, so I want to thank all of you for that and your donations as well. And if the new of you who have joined the Patreon, if you do of course want to check the Patreon out, again, I will just leave it in the comments now, so you can check that out after the live stream. And yeah, of course, for those of you who have donated, if you do need any help, get in touch with me. I'll leave my email address in all of my videos. Don't hesitate to ask me a question. No matter what time it is, I'll get back to you. But yeah, Northern Scum, good night to you. Cheers, Lynn Owens. Thanks, George, for all the great content. I hope the channel hope the channel keeps on growing. Yes, thank you, man, and I appreciate your donation as well. J-Dev Patel, nice one, you too. All right, guys, I'm off. I'm getting very tired now. So yeah, thank you to you all. Yeah, take care.